Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today our topic is about English 10, Quarter 2, Module 4, using direct quotations. Now in this module, the learning competency is use quotation marks or hang indentions for direct quotes. Now in your module, under what I know, we have a pretest and here are the directions. Read each sentence carefully and give more attention to the underlined part of the sentence. Decide which among the choices uses quotation marks correctly, and then write the letter of the correct answer in your activity notebook. For number 1, she asked, when are you going to visit me? Okay, option A, we have option B, option C, and then option D. If we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the answer should be option A. It should be like this. She asked, and then comma, and then quotation mark, and then at the end of the sentence, we have question mark, and followed with quotation mark. Number 2. Esquith 2007 contends that the top priorities for schools and families should be teaching our children to read well and helping them develop a love of reading. Okay, option A, option B, option C, and option D. Now, if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, our focus here is in the underlined word reading. Okay, the answer should be like this. It should be like this. Before teaching, we have quotation mark because this whole phrase, teaching our children to read well and helping them develop a love of reading, is a quotation. It should begins with a quotation mark and ends also with a quotation mark. And after that is the period. Okay, number 3. Ah, said the young girl, I think I'm going to cry. Now, we have here option A, option B, option C, and then option D. If we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the phrase ah here is just an expression of surprise. So the answer should be letter D, and it should be like this. We have a quotation mark here, and then after the expression ah, we have comma, and then quotation mark here. Okay, number 4. Please don't hurt your eye, the boy shouted. Option A, I, option B, option C, and then option D. Now, if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the answer should be option D. It should be like this. Begins the sentence with quotation mark, and then after I, we have comma, and then we have quotation mark here. Number 5. Ziglar 2008 believes that man was designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. Option A, option B, option C, and option D. Now, if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, our focus here is in the underlined word man. Now, notice here, it is capitalized, but it should be like this. It should not be written in capital letter, but it should be only in small letter. Okay. Number 6. I think you are a stranger, said the man. What are you here for? Okay, option A, option B, option C, and option D. If we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the answer should be option D. It should be like this. Because here we have a quotation followed with what are you here for, and ends with a question mark, and of course it should be followed by a close quotation mark here. Number 7. Gurian 1998 observed that boys often show their fragility in different ways. Alright, here are our options. Option A, option B, option C, and option D. Now if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the answer should be option C. It should be like this. quotation mark here. Boys often show the fragility in different ways. Close quotation mark and then period. Number 8. It is very possible, said the man. Life on earth is very unpredictable. Okay, option A, option B, option C, and option D. Now, if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the answer should be option B, possible, comma, and then quotation mark. It should be like this. Okay, number 9. True wealth, according to Tan, 2009, is measured by how much we are trained to think. Okay, now the answer is, here are the following options. Option A, option B, option C, and then option D. And then if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, the answer should be option B. It should be like this. We have quotation mark here. It's measured by how much we are trained to think. And then quotation mark and then period. Number 10. Man's brilliance is released when he operates in his natural intelligence. Alright. Bailey, 2008. Okay. Option A, option B, option C, and then option D. Now, if we are going to analyze carefully the sentence, notice we have here a quotation mark at the end of the sentence. And then, so, here, operates begins with capital letter. But what do you think is the answer? Alright, it should be like this. Quotation mark, and then operates. Operates, the O should be in small letter. Alright. Next. The text below is excerpted from Lucille Tanyala's 2016 article in a Health and Home magazine. Read it and tell whether the sentence is true or false. Now you are going to write your answer in your activity notebook. Now, here is the text. We have a copy of this in your module, so just follow it up in your module. We're just going to proceed with the following questions. Number 11. The text uses quotation marks. True or false? Let us see. Okay, we have quotations here, so the answer should be true. Okay, number 12. A colon, here, colon, is used before the quoted lines. Okay, let us see. The answer is true. Okay, next, number 13. The author cited Nancy, the main character of the book. Let us see if we can see Nancy here. Alright, here is Nancy. So, here, the answer should be true. Now, number 14. The author uses hanging indention to show the exact words of the character. The answer here is true. And the number 15. The first two lines are the quoted part, while the remaining lines are originally worded by the author. The answer here is false. Now in your module, under lesson 1, using quotation marks. Under activity 1, mark me under what I know. And the direction here is rewrite the sentences in your activity notebook by adding quotation marks whenever needed. Okay. Number 1. The girl said, someone bullied me in the class. Okay. It should be like this. Quotation mark here, period here, and then quotation mark again. Number 2. So what did you do? I asked her. Now the answer should be like this. Quotation mark here before so, and then after the question mark, we have also another quotation mark here. Number 3. I reported the bully to my advisor. She answered. Alright? The answer should be like this. Quotation mark here, and then I reported the bully to my advisor, comma, and then close quotation mark. Number 4. I asked her, what happened after that? Alright? It should be like this. Quotation mark here, and then what happened after that? Question mark, and then close quotation mark. Number 5. He stopped bullying me, she said. Now we are friends. Alright? The answer should be like this. Quotation mark before he stopped bullying me, comma, and then close quotation mark, she said. Now we are friends. Under what's more, activity 4, punctuate and capitalize. Direction here, rewrite the sentences by using correct punctuations and observing proper capitalization. Do this in your activity notebook. Okay, number 1, the man said, I will be here tomorrow. Okay, it should be like this. The man said, comma, and then quotation mark, I will be here tomorrow, period, and then close quotation mark. Number 2, he asked me, who else are coming? It should be like this. He asked me, comma, and then quotation mark here. Who should begins with a capital letter W. Who else are coming? Question mark, and then close quotation mark. Number 3. The reporter asked the senator, what is your idea of the closure of ABS-CBN? Okay. It should be like this. The reporter asked the senator, comma, and then quotation mark, and then the word what should begins with a capital letter. And then after ABS-CBN, we should have a question mark here, and then followed with a close quotation mark. Number 4. Is man dependent to nature? He asked himself. Okay, the answer should be like this. Quotation mark before S, man dependent to nature, and then comma, question mark, followed with close quotation mark. He asked himself. Number 5. I heard her whisper, my mother will tour around the world. Now the answer should be like this. Comma after whisper, and then quotation mark. The word my should begins with a capital letter. And then mother will tour around the country, period, and then close quotation mark. Now, in your module under what I have learned, the directions is like this. When and how do we use quotation marks? Complete the sentence with your answer. Okay. Quotation marks are used. Okay. They are blanks now. We have suggested the answer here. Quotation marks are used in order to let the readers know who said what, and certain rules should be followed in using them. Okay. Next, what I can do. Directions. In a paragraph, explain your favorite quotation. Don't forget to mention the author in your explanation, and use quotation marks and other appropriate punctuations. Write your paragraph in your activity notebook. Okay. Here is my suggested quotation from Confucius. Confucius said, life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Okay. It means that there are people who makes a simple issue confusing. Sometimes they try to solve a simple problem by creating another problem, which makes it complicated and confusing. Okay. Now, under assessment, direction, rewrite the sentences by observing proper punctuations or quotation marks and comma and capitalization. Number 1. She asked me, do you know me? Now, here is the suggested answer. She asked me, comma, and then quotation mark here, do you know me? Question mark, and then close quotation mark. Number 2. And with hesitation, I replied, "Who are you?" Okay, now the answer should be like this. After replied, we have comma here, and then the word who should be written, the W should be written in capital letter, and it begins with a quotation mark here, and ends with a question mark here, and close quotation mark here. Okay, number 3. Where are you? I ask. Now, the answer here should be like this. Quotation mark here, and then where are you? Question mark, and then quotation mark. Number 4. And she added, may I make a request? Okay, the answer should be like this. And she added, comma, and then quotation mark here. The word may should be written in capital letter. The letter M should be in capital letter. And then, may I make a request? This is a question mark followed with a close quotation mark. Number 5. I'd rather stay here with you, she said. Okay. Now, this quotation should begin with a quotation mark here. I'd rather stay here with you, comma, and then close quotation mark. The word she, the letter S, should be written in small letter only. Okay, remember that. Now, I hope you have learned something in this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you again.